Hello everyone, just a quick video on Nano Dimension's second quarter financial results for 2021. Also, a CEO letter to the shareholders, which we'll try to understand here. The number one thing, the reported revenues are up about 800,000 for the second quarter compared to 288,000 for the year of 2020. The good thing is they have about $1.3 billion, $1.4 billion of cash on hand, almost like a bank right now. The losses are dear. They are about 19 million, out of which 10 million is non-cash share-based compensation. That's something to raise some eyebrows on. Now, these are a few things that he's talking about in his letter, and it's a little bit interesting, where he's talking about how the revenues and the gross margins, even though it's 68 or 40%, it's not necessarily a comprehensive indication of the status of their business. They're basically talking about how even though these numbers show the financial status, these are not the best metric of understanding the business. They are too small in absolute magnitude to derive any meaningful conclusions. So he's basically hinting on the future aspects, how the company would perform in the future. But that's a good selling point, basically, as coming from a CEO. The second, he talks about the expenses which he has, the 19 million expense compared to the revenue of only 800,000. So that's something which is concerning a little bit. So basically, there's a lot of bleeding going on here. But this is how he explains it. Traders and short-term investors may be disappointed from expenses not going down. So he's hinting that, hey, short-term investors, this is not the type of company for you. So we're basically looking into long-term things. And that's where basically the financial is coming through. But let's continue. Yet the right financial measure for our success at this point is a total contradiction to that perception. It's rather our ability to identify and hire the top scientific talents and the meaningful increases in R&D and data science expenses. So they're basically justifying the expenses that they have going on R&D and buying in new data scientists and all these expensive talent acumen which they're trying to enhance. Later on down the letter, he talks about how he has about 130 world-class scientists and engineers compared to the 70, which was just 8 months ago, last year. So he's trying to show that how all these expenses are resulting in these high-end scientists that are going to help. I'm not sure where the direction of the company is. I mean, hiring 130 scientists tells you that, like you say, too many cooks spoil the dish. But definitely, it's something to keep an eye for, something to really see how this goes in, especially the shareholder letters that come out from the CEOs. CEOs are the best marketing people. Read it with a pinch of salt. Look into it, understand it, and do your own research before you do anything with the company. One thing they mentioned was they're planning not to raise any more capital or dilute any more shares in the market. But something interesting to look into. Just want to share this with you. This is not financial advice, just sharing the information that's out there. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.